Winthrop's president gave his annual State of the University address, and we have the highlights.
And we look at President Trump's tweets about NFL players protesting during the playoffs of the national anthem.
I think
2017 United States Disc Golf Championship is being held here at Winthrop University. We have the full event for you coming up on Winthrop Close Up.
Welcome to Winthrop Close Up. I'm Nick Gibson.
And I'm Pagan Glenn. There's been a lot of controversy surrounding Donald Trump's comments about the national anthem and professional athletes who have been in the protest. Reporter Taylor Simpson takes us to campus to get people's reactions with the president's tweets.
President Trump is known for his love of Twitter, and recently his tweets about the national anthem and professional athletes has stirred up different reactions.
The flag protest, an athlete taking a knee during the national anthem, it's a silent, peaceful protest. They're not disrupting the game. They're not interrupting the game. They're not doing anything that would harm anybody's enjoyment of the competition.
It all started at a rally when Trump said,
"Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a off the field right now, out, he's fired. He's fired!"
Then Trump added tweets saying if a player wants the privilege of making millions of dollars in the NFL or other leagues, he or she should not be allowed to disrespect our great American flag and should stand for the national anthem. If not, you're fired. Find something else to do.
This country is built off slavery, and my biggest thing is that we can support that, like Nazis. We can support the Confederate flag. You know, people can support the Confederate flag. They can march and do what they did at Charlottesville. But when we do a kneel against the flag, then that's a problem.
Only time can tell how situations in our country will end up. I'm Taylor Simpson, Winthrop Close Up.
The president's latest tweet praises the NFL for cracking down on the protests, but that hasn't happened yet. We'll have to wait and find out what action NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell will take.
Winthrop's president Dan Mahony took the stage as he gave his second annual State of the University address. Many students, faculty, and staff filled up Burns Auditorium to find out what new ideas the university had in mind. President Mahony discussed Winthrop's 5 main goals, as well as a new online graduate program, increase of salary for faculty members, renovation of Burns, and more.
Student success, which we talked about a little bit, developing innovative programs that really grab national attention, supporting our faculty and staff, improving our facilities and the technology available in our facilities, and then really focusing on financial stability and security.
President Mahony also reiterated all the goals that Winthrop hit and did not hit throughout last school year. There were also suggestions of giving exercise science a new building that will have classrooms in it, and talks of starting a cycling club. With these ideas and goals in mind, Winthrop is looking to address the needs of current and future students. Coming up after the break, we talk with an art student that not only paints, but is an award-winning special effects makeup artist.
And we'll show you how one organization put a non-alcoholic spin on a fun and relaxing activity. For creative students who want to pursue a career in art, it can be challenging. Let's go to Shannon Simmons to find out more about this demanding major. Shannon?
Today I'm going into Rutledge, our main fine arts building here on campus, to have a one-on-one with an art student. She has been painting and drawing for as long as she can remember. Meet Mackenzie Wells, an art student here at Winthrop University.
Lately, I do special effects makeup, so I paint myself. And I've won a couple of awards for that. I won a zombie makeup contest, and I won tickets to the set of The Walking Dead.
For Mackenzie, working on different projects can be a major time commitment.
If I do makeup stuff, it'll take me a couple hours to paint my whole body and everything, but yeah, with my paintings, it normally takes me a week or two.
She also shares that she is not fazed by the starving artist stereotype, and she plans on sticking with her major throughout the long run.
I know everyone, there's a stigma behind being an art student, oh, you're never gonna find a job, but I kind of have just pushed past that and done my own thing because it's what I'm passionate about, and Winthrop is a really good school for art, so I know that they'll help me find a career.
And before I left, Mackenzie shared that doing freelance work in the future is her main goal, but she's looking into working with children as an art therapist. And this has been Shannon Simmons with Winthrop Close Up.
Like many artists, Mackenzie is active on social media. To check out some of her special effects makeup, you can find her on Instagram at macattack_makeup.
Sip and paint has become a fun trend for people that want to relax and unwind. Unfortunately, for students that are under 21, they are not able to take part in the fun. But one student organization is here to change that. Winthrop sector of Ukaegbu recently held a sip and paint night for students to come out, enjoy mocktails, and create fall-inspired paintings.
We have a couple students who were just talking about how they've gone to sip and paints before, and you usually have to be 21. So we wanted to do something that students could do on campus just to kind of release some stress and be able to sip and paint, but with mocktails instead of the actual alcohol.
Students were able to choose whatever paints they liked as they picked up sparkling mocktails. They enjoyed music as they spent the evening painting and chatting with friends. This event allows students to sip and paint, non-alcoholic drinks, of course. Ukaegbu puts on an event that brings out your creative side. The Winthrop Lake was the scene of the World Championship of Disc Golf. We'll take a look at several competitors vying for the championship.
And not all of the action took place on the course. We'll look at the economic impact it had on Rock Hill.
Welcome back. I'm Taylor Simpson.
And I'm Matt Lee. A lot happens on the Winthrop campus, but just down the road at the Winthrop Lake, a major competition took place.
That's right. The Disc Golf World Championship drew hundreds of competitors and fans over a 5-day period.
Reporter Josh Rogers talked to the competitors about what draws them to the Winthrop course.
To many people's surprise, the Winthrop disc golf course is phenomenal and is loved and known by all professional disc golfers.
Like I said, this is my first time here, and I knew every single hole by heart. I knew all the distances, I knew every pin location, everything. I can tell you stuff that's happened over here on 18 back in 2007, before I was even playing golf. That's, this is our Masters.
Disc golf players not only dream to play in the United States Championship, but to even play a casual round on the Winthrop course. The disc golf course here at Winthrop is legendary and is known as one of, if not the, best disc golf course in the world. The course may seem direct at first, but once the championship rolls around, it's a whole different ballgame.
People say that it's a pretty straightforward course, year-round until they bring out the ropes and everything and set it up. And I think it really has to do with all the history here. The pillars of disc golf that have been here, that have won titles here, that have defended their titles here, everything, all the emotion that's tied into every hole.
There is no other disc golf course like the course at Winthrop. This is Josh Rogers, Winthrop Close Up.
The course at Winthrop Lake is one of the diamonds that makes Winthrop special, and we recommend all viewers to try it out at least once.
As spectators watched, Close Up's Kevin Owusu talked with the competitors and gives us an insight into the sport itself.
It's kind of surreal because I've been following disc golf for probably about 5 years now, watching all the YouTube videos of the coverage and stuff. So getting actually out here and watching the pros throw these shots kind of thing was pretty great. And then the crowd that comes, there was just a mass of people that I kind of wasn't expecting, but a lot of people here, so it was a lot of fun.
I'm a big fan of pretty much a couple of the golfers that are actually going doing the stuff. So being able to kind of walk around with them is kind of cool. Actually shout encouragement, and they're actually be able to hear it.
There's 3 classifications. There's a putter, a mid-range, and a driver. Here we have a putter. It has a little bit more beveled edge that's a little bit thicker, and it tends to be a little bit deeper when you grip it. And then the mid-range is a little bit sharper and tends to be a little bit shallower. And then the driver is a lot sharper, and then it often has a thicker rim here. And then that's the ones that go the furthest.
And It's really cool to play a course that you'll see on, TV and stuff like that.
As you can see, it's not as simple as throwing around a frisbee with your friends. Away from the course, the tournament had an impact on the local community.
That's right. Competitors and spectators had to eat and sleep somewhere, so I looked into the economic impact that the tournament had on the city of Rock Hill. Competitors have been staying at the Wingate for the past 19 years.
Anything that brings in hospitality dollars is going to impact our community, because not only are they is heads and beds, but it's also considered the restaurants, the shopping establishments, anything that you can consider that a guest could actually purchase, gas. So anything economic that is adding money to our area is going to benefit everybody.
The roasting company felt the impact of the tournament, especially when they hosted the annual player party.
It's been great for business. We saw an influx in business just when the tournament started, before all this happened.
When you look at the reach internationally that we have, and you look at what we're spending and what we're bringing to the table to make this happen, I think now you're probably going to see that start to shift, where we're going to be working more closely together, at a different level with Rock Hill.
The Disc Golf Championship at Winthrop, the athletic fields at Manchester Meadows, and the Velodrome at Riverwalk. Athletic tourism continues to grow in Rock Hill and the surrounding communities.
That's it for sports. Back to Nick and Pagan.
So now the NFL is actually saying that they will not force NFL players to stand for the national anthem, so it's going to be interesting to see about what happens. How do you feel about that?
I think that will be interesting. I'm excited to see how the fans and players will both take to that. That's it for this edition of Winthrop Close Up. Make sure you check us out on Facebook and Twitter.
See you next time on Winthrop Close Up.